If a man who already has a girlfriend or a wife begins pursuing you, I want you to hear this clearly. He is not doing it out of love. It is not because his partner no longer understands him, nor because he has finally discovered something with you that he has never felt before. And it is not because you are the one person who is special and different. All of those words may sound flattering. They might even stir your emotions and make you believe you have stumbled upon a rare kind of love. But the truth, when stripped bare, is something far less romantic. When a man comes to you while he is still attached to another, he's not offering you anything solid, anything whole, or anything that can truly endure. He is thinking about himself, his impulses, his desires, his need to feel important. You are not the center of his vision. You are the outlet. You are the escape. It is deeply unfair for you to give your time, your energy, your emotions, or even your body to someone who has no real intention of giving the same in return. Many women fall into the illusion because the words he whispers feel intoxicating. He will tell you that his relationship is in crisis, that he no longer feels anything for his partner, that they only remain together for the children, or that they even sleep in separate beds. He will say that you are the reason he feels alive again. He may promise that leaving her is only a matter of time, but these are not declarations of courage. They are excuses, carefully shaped to keep you entangled. If his relationship was truly over, a man of courage would end it before ever drawing you into his life. A man of integrity does not build new beginnings on the foundation of deceit. What often drives his pursuit is not love, but ego. He may feel bored, restless, or dissatisfied with himself. He may no longer feel desired in his current relationship, and instead of facing the discomfort of self-reflection, instead of addressing his issues honestly, he seeks validation from the outside. That is where you enter the picture, not because you are the love of his life, but because you are a mirror that reflects back to him the image he desperately wants to see: a man still attractive, still desired, still powerful. He feeds on your attention. Your presence becomes fuel for his wounded pride. The tragedy is that in most cases, it could have been any other woman who happened to be available to fill the void. It is not about you, not really. It is about him. This is why you must be cautious not to idealize what is nothing more than a fragile illusion. He is not protecting you when he keeps you in the shadows. He is protecting his comfort, his home, his reputation, his carefully managed double life. What you are receiving from him are not pieces of love, but fragments of convenience. He offers crumbs of his time, stolen moments, words that shimmer in the dark but vanish in the daylight. He tells you to wait, to trust him, to believe that one day the moment will be right. Yet that moment never comes. Months pass, sometimes years pass, and still he does not choose you, not fully, not openly, not with courage. You begin to adjust, to accept secrecy as if it were normal. You wait for his late-night messages, for the hurried phone calls, for the excuses wrapped in concern. Work was crazy. I had to stay with the kids. You know how complicated things are. And when you grow frustrated, he gently makes you feel guilty for wanting more. Don't pressure me. I'm struggling too. This isn't easy. So you stay, you justify, you adapt. Meanwhile, he lives peacefully, enjoying the best of both worlds, the stability of his partner at home, and the thrill of your presence when it suits him. But you are left mostly alone, carrying the burden of waiting. You wonder why he cannot give you more, and you wonder what you did wrong. Yet the answer is painfully simple. You did nothing wrong. He never planned to give you more. From the beginning, what he was willing to offer was this: leftovers, crumbs, what he could hide. You deserve far more than that. You deserve someone who texts without fear, who calls without hesitation, who wants to be seen with you in broad daylight rather than hidden in secrecy. You deserve someone who makes you a priority, not an escape route. When you accept crumbs, you teach someone that crumbs are enough. But you were not born to settle. You were born to be loved fully, openly, and consistently. Love is not whispers in the dark. It is commitment in the light of day. It is decisions, not excuses. It is protection, not secrecy. It is pride in choosing you, not shame in hiding you. A man who truly loves does not gamble with what matters. He does not put you in a position where your dignity is compromised so that his comfort can remain intact. And so the hard truth must be said: if a man is pursuing you while still keeping another woman in his life, he is not choosing you. He is choosing himself. He is choosing to have everything without losing anything. He may swear otherwise. He may shower you with words. But where are the actions? Where is the proof? If you look honestly, you will see there is none. When a man truly loves, his actions speak louder than anything his lips can whisper. He does not hide the woman he loves in the shadows. He does not relegate her to secret phone calls at midnight, nor does he ask her to live with the uncertainty of being a hidden chapter in his life. Real love chooses clearly, not ambiguously. It creates peace, not anxiety. It offers certainty, not endless doubt. If what you have with him leaves you constantly questioning, waiting, or hoping for a change that never arrives, then what you have is not love. It is seduction without substance. It is desire without direction. Think about it carefully. Who receives his mornings, his weekends, his Christmases, his vacations? Who holds a place in his public life? A space he never offers you. Those answers reveal his priorities, no matter how many times he insists that you are the best thing that has ever happened to him. It is not about what he says in private. It is about what he does in the open. Words without action are empty. Promises without decisions are lies dressed in pretty clothes. If he had the courage, he would already have left. If he truly wanted to build a life with you, he would not drag you into secrecy. He would face the storm, accept the consequences, and show with his actions that you are the choice he is proud to make. But most of the time, that courage never comes. Instead, he continues to live in the safety of his established life while keeping you on the side as an emotional or physical outlet. And you, even if you love him deeply, are left with nothing but fragments. This is why so many women who fall into these relationships end up hurt. They give their hearts, their time, their bodies, and in return, they receive leftovers moments that fit into his schedule when it is convenient. Attention when he is bored, and silence when he is satisfied. The balance of power tilts entirely toward him. He gets the stability of a partner at home, the admiration of a woman on the side, and the comfort of never having to sacrifice. You, on the other hand, bear all the risk, all the waiting, all the pain of living in uncertainty. The cruel irony is that he convinces you to believe this situation is temporary. He makes you think it is only a matter of time before everything changes. But look at the pattern. Months pass, then years, and nothing happens. Each time you grow tired or threaten to leave, he revives your hope with new promises. Just give me a little longer. The timing isn't right yet. I don't want to hurt anyone. And though these excuses sound compassionate, they are not rooted in truth, they are rooted in fear. He is afraid of losing his comfort. He is afraid of disrupting his life. And while he fears change, you are the one paying the price of waiting. It is important to understand that the problem is not your worth. You are not less valuable because he will not choose you. His failure to choose is not a reflection of your inadequacy. It is a reflection of his cowardice. He does not lack options. He lacks the courage to make a decisive one. And that alone should show you the kind of man he is, for love requires courage. Love demands integrity. A man who cannot even make a clean choice in his own life cannot build a healthy foundation with you, even if he treats you gently, listens to your worries, or whispers that he loves you. If those words are not supported by visible, consistent action, they are nothing but smoke. Love is not meant to be hidden. Love is not meant to be rationed in stolen moments. Love is not meant to be a secret burden you carry with shame or guilt. True love elevates you. It allows you to stand tall, to feel secure, to know you are valued fully. Anything less is not love. If you find yourself constantly waiting for a message, waiting for him to show up, waiting for him to make good on his promises, then what you are living is not love, but dependency. It is like holding onto a rope that only burns your hands the tighter you cling. And no matter how much hope you pour into it, that rope is not going to pull you to safety. It will only leave you scarred. So ask yourself the hard questions. Do you want to live as someone's secret, someone's midnight distraction, someone's second choice? Do you want to give your years, your energy, and your heart to a man who is too afraid to even stand by your side in the light of day? Or do you want a love that is free, honest, and whole, a love that does not make you compete with another woman or settle for crumbs disguised as a feast? Because the truth is, if he has not chosen you yet, he is not going to. Not tomorrow, not next year, not ever. And if you keep waiting, you are not only losing time, you are losing yourself. You are worth so much more than being someone's escape. You are worth more than stolen kisses and hushed phone calls. You are worth a man who does not hesitate to say, "I choose you," and no one else. One of the most painful truths you must confront is that in these relationships, you are not being chosen. He is choosing himself. He is choosing his comfort, his routine, his carefully constructed life, while giving you just enough attention to keep you attached. You are not his priority, you are his outlet. Even if he insists otherwise, even if he calls you the love of his life, the proof lies in his actions. If those actions keep you hidden, if they relegate you to secrecy, then his words are hollow. He may say you are special, but if he cannot stand beside you in public, then you are not the choice. He is simply keeping you as an option. Love is not meant to live in the dark. It does not survive in lies. When a man truly chooses, he places you openly in his life, not as an accessory, but as a partner. He does not leave you guessing. He does not limit you to the shadows. He claims you with pride because he understands your value and wants the world to see it. When that is missing, no amount of whispered affection can replace it. And yet, so many women accept less, not because they want to, but because they believe that eventually things will change. They believe that time will prove their love strong enough. But love is not proven by waiting. Love is proven by action. The longer you stay, the more you realize that waiting does not bring clarity. It only deepens your confusion. He remains comfortable while you remain uncertain, sacrificing your peace for a future that never arrives. It is important to recognize the pattern for what it is: emotional consumption. He consumes your time, your energy, your presence whenever it suits him. When he feels lonely, he reaches for you. When he feels frustrated at home, he calls you. When his ego needs feeding, he comes to you. And when he feels satisfied again, he disappears into silence. This cycle is not about love. It is about using you as a patch for his own dissatisfaction. You might ask yourself, but what if his words are genuine? What if he really does feel alive with me? What if he truly believes I am different? The reality is that even if he feels those emotions in the moment, they are not enough. Feelings without decisions are fragile. Excitement without commitment is temporary. And desire without integrity is dangerous. Real love is measured not by fleeting highs, but by consistent choices. If he cannot choose you fully, then what he feels is not love, it is self-indulgence. The hardest part to accept is that his pursuit is not even truly about you. It could have been any woman who stepped into your place at the right time. Because what he is seeking is not a soulmate, but an escape. That does not mean you are not valuable. It means he never intended to honor your value. He was not searching for you specifically. He was searching for someone who could distract him from his own dissatisfaction. And in this way, you become less a partner and more a coping mechanism. That is not the role you were born to play. You. Ask yourself, if he truly loved, would he gamble with your dignity? Would he risk placing you in a position where your worth is diminished, where you are forced into secrecy, where your heart is constantly tested by his excuses? No. A man who truly loves does not gamble with what matters most to him. He protects it, he honors it, he builds on it. You deserve that kind of love, a love that stands in the light, that speaks with clarity, that acts with courage. You deserve someone who gives you their full presence, not the scraps of their schedule. Someone who calls you in the middle of the day without fear, who proudly introduces you to the people who matter in his life, who plans a future with you not in words but in decisions. You deserve more than stolen fragments. You deserve the whole story. Do not confuse passion with love. Do not confuse secrecy with depth. Do not confuse being desired with being chosen. Passion can fade, secrecy breeds shame, and desire without action leaves you empty. But being chosen, that is where real love lives. And if he is not choosing you, then no matter how sweet his words sound, he is not loving you. He is only using you to avoid facing himself. Perhaps the most devastating aspect of these situations is how easily they trap you in hope. You begin by believing the promises, convinced that his words are sincere and that time will prove them true. You wait because you think you are investing in love. You excuse the secrecy because you believe it is temporary. You convince yourself that the sacrifices will one day be rewarded with a life together. But hope, when it is not met with real action, becomes a cage. It keeps you tied to someone who is never planning to free you. And while you wait, life passes, days, months, sometimes years are surrendered to a story that never evolves. He continues to live both lives, comfortably balanced between the stability of his home and the thrill of your presence. Each time you grow weary, he revives your hope with another line, another excuse, another promise that he is about to act. But the day never comes. Because if he truly wanted to choose you, he already would have. His inaction is not hesitation, it is the choice itself. This is why you must ask yourself difficult but necessary questions. Who does he share his mornings with? Who sits at his dinner table? Who receives his public affection, his family holidays, his weekends? Who is acknowledged openly in his world, and who remains hidden, waiting, watching from the sidelines? If the answer is not you, then his life is already revealing the truth his words cannot hide. You are not his partner. You are his escape when you accept this position. The cost is not just your time, it is your self-worth. Each compromise chips away at your sense of dignity. Each secret meeting erodes your belief in what love should be. Over time, you begin to lower your standards, convincing yourself that small gestures are enough. A quick phone call feels meaningful. A midnight text feels like proof. An hour together in secret feels like love. But these are crumbs, and crumbs can never nourish you the way real love does. Love is not meant to be rationed. It is not meant to be pieced together in fragments. It is not meant to make you feel like an intruder in someone else's story. Love, when it is true, is whole. It is proud, it is consistent, it does not require excuses, and it does not keep you hidden. If you find yourself living in the shadows of someone else's relationship, then what you are experiencing is not love, it is cowardice disguised as romance. There is also another painful truth when a man seeks you while still committed to another. He is not protecting you, he is protecting himself. He protects his comfort, his image, his routine, his safety. You are not being shielded from chaos, you are being used to maintain his balance. He ensures that nothing in his established life is lost, while still gaining the thrill of your presence. And that means the only one who bears the weight of risk is you. You risk your heart, your reputation, your emotional well-being. You carry the uncertainty, the secrecy, the loneliness of waiting. He carries none of that. He continues to enjoy the privileges of both lives without ever being forced to sacrifice. That imbalance alone should show you the reality this is not partnership. Partnership is built on equality, on shared risk and shared investment. What you have instead is a one-sided arrangement where you pay the price for his satisfaction. And here is the hardest realization of all. Even if he tells you that you are the best thing that has ever happened to him, even if he insists that no one has ever made him feel the way you do, those words mean little without action. Affection in the shadows is not proof of love. Desire without commitment is not love. A man who truly loves does not hide you. He does not keep you as a secret. He does not relegate you to stolen moments while he lives openly with another. A man who truly loves protects you not from exposure, but from being diminished. He protects you by giving you a rightful place in his life. He protects you by ending what needs to be ended so that he can choose you fully. He protects you by building with you, not by using you to patch his own emptiness. Anything less is not love. It is ego. It is fear. It is selfishness. You deserve so much more than being a backup plan. You deserve a man who is not afraid to stand tall beside you, who does not need two lives to feel whole, who does not leave you questioning whether you matter. You deserve someone who chooses you without hesitation, who demonstrates his love not only with words, but with decisions that honor your worth. Letting go is never easy. It hurts to accept that the man you hoped would choose you never intended to. It stings to realize that all the words, all the late-night promises, all the fleeting tenderness were never leading toward a future together. The heart resists the truth because the truth demands change. And change is frightening. But there is something even more frightening than letting go, staying in a place where you are not truly valued, where your love is hidden, where your worth is diminished with every passing day. Love is not supposed to feel like waiting. It is not supposed to make you question whether you are good enough. It is not supposed to keep you living in secrecy, in uncertainty, in the fragile hope that one day things might be different. Real love is steady. It is brave. It does not ask you to settle for fragments or force you to accept the role of a secret. Real love allows you to breathe freely, to stand tall, to know with certainty that you are chosen without hesitation. And so the greatest act of courage you can take in these situations is to walk away. Not because you are weak, not because you did not love deeply, but because you finally recognize your worth. Walking away is not a loss, it is the beginning of reclaiming your dignity, your time, and your future. It is a declaration that you will no longer accept crumbs when you deserve the full meal, that you will no longer settle for being an escape when you deserve to be the destination. Yes, it will hurt at first. Your heart will ache. You will feel the absence of his words, his attention, his presence, but pain fades, and in its place grows strength. Each day you choose yourself, you become stronger. Each time you resist the temptation to go back, you heal another piece of your heart. Over time, you realize that walking away was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of writing a better one. Because the truth is, you were never meant to be the other woman. You were never meant to be the secret, the shadow, the consolation prize. You were born to be chosen fully, to be loved openly, to stand proudly beside someone who has the courage to claim you as his own. You deserve mornings that begin with clarity, not nights that end in secrecy. You deserve weekends filled with presence, not excuses. You deserve a love that strengthens you, not one that diminishes you. And that love does exist. But it begins only when you choose yourself first, when you stop waiting for someone else to give you value, and instead recognize the value you already carry within. When you stop accepting excuses, and instead demand actions. When you stop allowing yourself to be hidden, and instead insist on being seen. That is when the right love arrives, the kind that is whole, the kind that is proud, the kind that brings peace instead of turmoil. Sometimes the most important step in finding true love is letting go of false love. It is choosing to release the man who cannot choose you. It is freeing yourself from the cycle of promises that never materialize. It is accepting that his lack of courage is not your burden to carry. Because the moment you stop waiting for him, you start making space for someone who truly deserves you. So ask yourself, what do you deserve? Do you deserve to live in the shadows, waiting endlessly for scraps of attention? Do you deserve to silence your heart so that his comfort can remain untouched? Do you deserve to spend your life as a secret, never claimed, never celebrated? The answer is no. You deserve a love that is complete, a love that is free, a love that is worthy of the woman you are. And the only way to claim that love is to walk away from what is less. Walk away not because you are unloved, but because you love yourself enough to refuse anything that does not honor your worth. Walk away because you are strong. Walk away because you are free. Walk away because you finally understand that your life, your time, your heart are too precious to waste on someone who will never give you the place you deserve. Remember this: true love does not hide. True love does not confuse. True love does not diminish. True love chooses with clarity, honors with action, and protects with courage. Anything else is not love, it is selfishness wearing the mask of romance. And you deserve far more than that. If these words resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on your own worth. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment below about where you're watching from or what lesson spoke most to your heart. Your story matters, and your voice might give strength to someone else who needs it.